Welcome to the MageTCG podcast, where fantasy is not an escape, but a call to adventure and the beginning of a movement. Today's episode is a little different. This is not just a discussion about mechanics, sets, or spoilers. This is about the soul of what we're building, about world building as an act of rebellion, about daring to create a universe together that can rival the likes of Middle-earth, Westeros, and the wizarding world, and do it without billion-dollar studios or corporate control. This is the world-building philosophy of MageTCG, and it starts with a single truth: the magic is fading. For over 30 years, trading card games have brought us awe, strategy, artistry, and wonder. But somewhere along the way, the magic got buried under price tags, power creep, and soulless expansions. Instead of serving players, too many games now serve quarterly reports. Instead of inviting new dreamers, they've built walls to keep them out. Instead of telling stories, they churn content. It's time for a great reset, and that's exactly what MageTCG is. We've taken 3 decades of first-hand experience with TCGs, the lessons of failure, the spark of discovery, the frustration of burnout, and we've forged something new. Something rooted in fantasy, driven by purpose, and crafted with love. Let me tell you how it works. We call it getting elemental. It means stripping away the noise and returning to meaning. Every card, every region, every mechanic exists for a reason. It ties back to the world, the story, the feeling of wonder. The Mage's Staves, they're not just a control card. They're relics of ancient orders, each tied to a specific elemental playstyle and lore thread. The Mage's Potions, not just reaction spells. They're alchemical secrets with narrative power. Even the zones, plains, mountains, forests, waters, wastes, all anchor into locations like Darkmoor and Emberwood, each with its own lineage, mythos, and strategic flavor. We're building a map. Yes, but more importantly, we're building a mythology. And it's not just inspired by fantasy fiction. It's modeled after the greatest storytelling blueprints humanity has ever created. Tolkien's Silmarillion, Martin's political web of dynasties and bloodlines, Rowling's layered magical society, even the Bible's numerology and genealogical structures. Each of these masters understood one thing: lore isn't background, it's gravity. It holds the world together. That's why in MageTCG, abilities like Life Gain and Rage aren't just mechanics, they're expressions of location-specific power, cultural values, and ancient archetypes. But here's the real twist. We're not just building this world alone. You, the players, the artists, the writers, the dreamers, you are part of the pantheon now. The Hall of Mages isn't just a gimmick, it's a founding mythos. Characters created by the community are woven into the official 13-book saga, into the lore, into the very DNA of MageTCG. This has never been done before at scale, not by Wizards, not by Hasbro, not by Disney. And yet here we are, forging a living, breathing universe with our bare hands and the help of those who believe. Now, let me address the skeptics, the critics, the lazy comparisons. Yes, if you squint hard enough, MageTCG might remind you of that other game. You know the one, but that's like saying all fantasy books are just Tolkien copies, or that every hero's journey is just Star Wars. To that I say, look closer, because MageTCG is not a clone, it's a crucible. We've taken the broken bones of the old system, burned away the fat, and rebuilt it from the ground up. And no, we don't reveal everything at once. Why? Because we've seen how fast originality gets stolen, how quickly ideas get mined by the soulless machine. Our secrecy is not in fear, it's strategy, because true innovation needs protection. What we're doing is intentional, it's radical, it's risky, and it's absolutely necessary. We're here to resurrect the IRL scene, to empower local game stores, to elevate artists, to spotlight writers, to invite kids, parents, outsiders, introverts, and veterans alike back to the table. Back to magic, back to story, back to the reason we all fell in love with this in the first place. This isn't just a card game, it's a cinematic universe, a literary epic, a community ritual, a fantasy rebellion. And we're doing it together. One card, one character, one story at a time. So whether you're a shop owner tired of being ignored by the big brands, a writer dreaming of telling the next great myth, a player who's sick of meta chasing, or a collector who just wants art that moves your soul, know this: MageTCG was made for you. And now we're asking you to help shape what comes next. Submit a character, join a playtest, come to a tournament, share the vision, or just believe again. Because we believe in you. And we believe this world, our world, can be greater than anything that came before. Not because it's backed by billions, but because it's built by mages. This has been the MageTCG podcast. The movement has begun. Stay magical, and remember, the future of fantasy is in our hands.